event. We may not be many of us here, but there is no doubt that what we have today is very, very impactful, and will strengthen the ties between Ireland and Nigeria going forward. For me, there's a lot of takeaways. But before I proceed, I want to give a brief speech, which I think is very, very important for many of us to understand Delta State and the perspective, that we are going to also see our strengths, the areas of importance, and the opportunities that are with each and every one of you that are interested in investing in Delta State. Thank you. Distinguished guests, esteemed partners, ladies and gentlemen, it is a great honor and privilege to stand before you today at this prestigious gathering, where two great nations, Ireland and Nigeria, seek to explore and deepen the bonds of trade, investment, and development. I'm here to represent Delta State, a region rich in natural resources, talent, and untapped potential, and to showcase the vast investment opportunities that await investors in our state. As a special advisor on investment to His Excellency Governor Sheriff Oboroweri, the Executive Governor of Delta State, I bring you greetings from our people and leadership who are committed to creating a thriving environment for investors, entrepreneurs, and business to succeed. Now the question is, why Delta? Delta State, located in the south-south region of Nigeria, is widely known for its natural resources, especially oil and gas. However, beyond this world, Delta is also home to abundant human, mineral, and natural resources, fertile agricultural land, and a dynamic and growing economy. Our government, under the leadership of His Excellency Governor Francis Oboroweri, is committed to harnessing these resources to create sustainable development and inclusive growth for all. Our strategic development plan is anchored on the MORE agenda, which stands for meaningful development, opportunities for all, realistic reforms, and enhanced peace and security. These pillars provide a robust framework for economic progress, and I would like to highlight how they translate into concrete investment opportunities. Meaningful development in agriculture and industry. Delta State has immense agricultural potentials. We boast vast expanse of fertile lands suitable for the cultivation of various cash crops, including oil palm, cassava, rice, and rubber. With the right investments, we are set to become a leading hub for agro-processing and value-added agricultural products. Investors in agribusiness will find abundant opportunity to tap into the growing demand for food security and exportable goods, with strong government support for land acquisition, infrastructure development, and market linkages. Additionally, our drive towards industrialization presents investors with opportunities in manufacturing, food processing, and light industries. Delta is well positioned to become a regional center for production with access to both local and international markets. Opportunities for all through urbanization and infrastructure development. Urbanization in Delta State is accelerating, and this brings with it a significant demand for real estate development, modern infrastructure, and smart city projects. Our government has prioritized infrastructure development with ongoing projects in transportation, housing, and energy. Public-private partnerships are key to our strategy, providing investors with opportunities in road construction, renewable energy, and urban development. Delta strategic location as a gateway to the Niger Delta and its access to sea routes and river network further enhances its appeal for investment in logistics, transportation, and port development. Realistic reforms for governance and social harmony. One of the cornerstones of our investment strategy is responsible and transparent governance. Our state has implemented realistic reforms that streamline regulatory processes to create a business-friendly environment where investment can thrive with minimal bottlenecks. Investors will find a secure, stable, and corruption-free environment thanks to policies aimed at improving the ease of doing business Our government is committed to maintaining social harmony by fostering an environment where communities, businesses, and investors collaborate without disruptions. We have put in place the necessary legal and institutional frameworks to protect investment and ensure their long-term successes. Enhance peace and security through economic diversification and youth empowerment. Delta State is actively diversifying beyond oil and gas. We are promoting sectors such as technology, tourism, and the creative industries. Investors in these areas will find a dynamic environment brimming with talent and innovation. Our rich cultural heritage, stunning natural landscape, and vibrant art scene offer a unique opportunity to develop the tourism and hospitality sectors, positioning Delta State as a leading destination for both domestic and international tourists. Youth empowerment is at the heart of our economic diversification efforts. We are equipping our young population with the skills needed to drive the future economy, from technology and entrepreneurship to vocational skills. This creates a pool of talent for businesses looking to tap into Nigerian youthful and energetic workforce. Now, outlining investment opportunities in Delta State, considering our strategic location, vast landmass, thriving population, seaports, international airports, and abundant resources, there are significant investment opportunities in various sectors and workforce. Now, critical analysis of investment opportunities in Delta State. Overview of Delta State's substantial opportunities and potentials, tempered with some gaps and challenges. Introduction. Considering our location, vast landmass, tribal population, seaports, international airports, and abundant resources, there are significant investment opportunities in various sectors. Worthy of note is that Delta State is the only state with 3 airports, 3 seaports and 2 petroleum terminals, 2 economic nerve centers, Warri and Asaba, and also 2 special economic zones, Cocoa and Kwale. All investments in these special economic zones are import duty-free. Whatever you do there, whatever you bring in to do your investment there, you're not paying any duty. We took care of that. We had that understanding with the federal government. As an oil-rich and gas state, it produces over 40% of the country's oil and gas, which accounts for a significant amount of the country's current foreign exchange earnings. Now, fascists, I do not know if you have a copy of this, but when you look at the geography, the total area, 18,050 square kilometers land coverage, that's 60% of the total land mass in Delta State, while the coastline amounts for 163 kilometers. Now, the demography, as of 2023, over 6,107,507 persons are in existence in Delta State. That's a huge population that can guarantee the success of any investment. The female population stands at 958,457, active youth population of over 67%. Our GDP as of 2021 stands at 6.19 trillion naira, over $40.5 billion. Now, Delta State's investment opportunity, when you look at the sectoral view, the main thrust of the investment policy of Delta State is to provide enabling environment for private sector to utilize abundant raw materials and mineral resources to produce goods in a manner that ensures sustainable environment, generates employment, and creates wealth for Deltans. His Excellency, Elder Sheriff Oborowere, is committed through the MORE agenda to attract and support investors by providing land which can be capitalized and for the equity contribution of government, as well as other infrastructural facilities. Delta State straddles the Atlantic coast, and it is bounded in the east by 3 states: Anambra State, Imo State, and Rivers State. In the north and northwest, Edo and Ondo State, and in the south by Bayelsa State. Delta State has large coastal lines of 163 kilometers, dry land 60%. Delta State has numerous commercial nerve centers. Warri is an industrial hub, Asaba, Saple, Ughelli, Agbo, Kwale, to name but a few. Delta State is the only state in Nigeria with 3 seaports. The seaports include Warri, Brutu, and Sapele. Petroleum terminals, Escravos and Focados. Deepest inland waterway in Africa with a draft of over 22 meters. So for people who are interested in investing in a deep sea port, we are welcoming you. Come on board. We have the deepest waterways for you to come and invest. Railway exists. There's a railway from Warri to Agbo running down to Lokoja and Abuja. Now, abundant natural and mineral resources. We have crude oil, we have gas, we have lignite, that is brown coal. Thank you. We have silica, petroleum quality. We have kaolin in commercial quantity. We have clay in commercial quantity. In agriculture, we boast in oil palm production. We have one of the largest oil palm plantations in Nsukka and Nyocha, south of Delta State. Cassava, anybody from Nigeria can tell you clearly that it is the home of cassava, where you have your gari and fufu, you know that. We have maize, we have tomatoes, and most recently, we have invested significantly in the production of rice to guarantee food security. The population of over 6 million with an active youth population of over 67%. Our tropical savanna and monsoon vegetation with abundant sunshine and rain. Cocoa Free Trade Zone, which operates as a free trade zone and export processing zone. Also the Kwale Industrial Park and Abo Gwashuku Agro Processing Park. These are in existence. Our gaps, non-availability of reliable data for policy formulation, which we are trying to mitigate today to create the right policy formulation and then a proper legal framework that guarantees investors and their investment. Okay, infrastructure deficit, I think it's important we talk about that. Power and energy, which is a bane in Nigeria. We're investing heavily in that area right now to ensure that investors coming in, can actually have access to power. And we're still seeking more investment in that area. Digitization, and that's why we are encouraging people to come in and do investment in the ICT. One of our primary targets is that by the end of 2025, in our government to start with, we must have moved out of the current analog system to a digital system where we no longer carry files. So you don't need to fly all the way to Delta State before you can do business or go into agreement with us. We can do that while you're in Ireland, and when you're coming, you're coming in for implementation. So we also have a opportunity for transport and logistics. We need people to invest in aviation. We need to invest in railway lines. Our plan is to, to connect the entire Delta State with railway lines, and thereby reducing dependency on road transportation, which is actually taking so much money, not only from the state, but from the federation in these sectors. We're also looking at critical investment in education. It's very, very important. Like I said earlier on, these are facts that you can find out. We have over 6 universities in Delta State, over 9 polytechnics, and over 19 colleges of education. No state can boast of that in Nigeria. So when it comes to workforce, and human capital, to man, investment, industry, and all of that, we can boast of that. We can say we are proud to say that whatever investment you're bringing into Delta State, we have the right manpower to man these investments, and so on and so forth. So opportunities also are available in biofuels, wind power, and solar energy. Delta has really available markets with demand for alternative energy source for its people, especially towns and settlements along the coastlines that are not connected to the national grid. Solar energy is also the fastest growing renewable energy source because of its large capacity additives. Investment opportunities in fiber optics infrastructure to deliver broadband connection to private sectors, numerous tertiary and basic educational institutions, hospitals, and our airports for increased internet service spread. River Ethiopia is adjudged the deepest inland waterway in Africa. There are other numerous tourist sites in the state that needs to be developed In conclusion, Delta State stands at the cusp of unprecedented growth and development. With the MOVE agenda as our guiding framework, we are creating a conducive environment for business to thrive and investment to flourish. I invite all of you to explore the vast opportunities in Delta State, whether in agriculture, infrastructure, technology, tourism, or energy. There is immense potential waiting to be unlocked. Our government is ready to partner with you, providing not just resources, but the policies and support needed to ensure mutual success. Let's seize this moment to build lasting partnership that will drive economic growth, create jobs, and foster sustainable development. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Again, I think Delta State, the whole idea is to let you know that Delta State is about to become the new Dubai. Okay? And one great thing about the governor of Delta State is that he has surrounded himself with people, like I said earlier on, with experts, with people who will drive all these various investments. And he is very committed to making Delta a standout state in Nigeria. So again, Chief Tony Amechi is very accessible, just the way Honorable Mikel Dabirewa is, and he's willing and he's been taking a few numbers and contacts. So again, if you feel led or you feel you want more information about to invest in Delta State, did I mention I'm from Delta State, by the way?
I thought so.
Alright, so please a round of applause, for our special advisor, the governor of Delta State. Again, if you have any questions and all that, then we'll take that, at some stage. Alright, sir? Alright, thank you. Okay, so